So the Boy Scouts movement seems as if it's a hypocrite, has perverts and having had kids molested, but publicly trying to deny gays and lesbians an opportunity to work with the youth. But really and truly, just from experience, they were trying to bar these folks from working. I suspect they would have been abused because as a scout, I was in a Lutheran troop, and this priest, he was married. He had a daughter. That was in the 60s, and he would invite us in his house, but and I suspect he had some moves that looking funny, but I really, I wasn't interested in that, so I guess, and I have some protection from God, so you didn't get far with me with that stupid stuff, because I mean, I had to go back and beat him up, I'm sure. Yeah, and so the scouts trying to protect the boys. Scouting is special, and I recall we were in the St. Barnabas Catholic Church, and in Georgetown, Guyana, and this lady left her son with the altar boy because she was going out. Oh man, he took an opportunity, me, school boy, told us and whatever, but in our country in those times there was nothing about it, and I don't know what he has done about it since, but oh yeah, scream, go down and so forth. But I think scouting is so important that they need to protect the scouts and these young boys. I recall scouting to me was as if you were in college, because you're doing math, reading, writing, and some other stuff in school. But in scouting, you're pursuing like courses. I did cycling, I did camp warden, I did observer stalker, handyman, and so forth. And then you're learning. There was things on journey, on stars, on driving, on astronomy, and so forth. And getting kids involved in those sort of pursuits, I think, was kind of like a precursor to college. Because that's what college is about, pursuing professional topics and subjects and so forth. And I think scouting has been so important that they need to protect these kids. And when you see the scouts were trying to prevent, gays and so forth from working with the students and the scouts, people were up in arms and yeah. But you see now, like scouts, they're not condoning this. They were trying to protect the kids, and though they might have covered up stuff, it wasn't that they were having known perverts and keep hiring them and just keeping it secret because they supported the action like some other places. But they were trying to wheel them out and prevent others from joining. But you just can't, I recall in Jacksonville, Florida, one of the largest Baptist churches in America, this pastor, he will check with the police to see if this person has a criminal background and so forth. Well, of course, many churches aren't of God, and God doesn't deal with them, and so forth, and they're just wasting time, people's time and so forth. But generally, if you have a church, you don't have to go to the police and do background checks and all that, because somebody could have had a torrid background, but yet in accepting Jesus and all that, they change and they will not do the things they had done before. But some churches basically, the power of God doesn't exist like that. And so, even though they do background checks, these might be closet, perverts. Because I think the head deacon was texting some boy some kind of sexual business and so forth. And it shocked a lot of people when they heard about it. But I wasn't shocked because some churches try to play slick, God is not there. And they're trying to come to games to make it appear as if God is there, and they're like order and so on, and they enlist a whole bunch of secular methodologies to make it work. And that is when God's power is not there. They have to bring in, antique cars. They bring in the comedian, a magician, they have tea and cookies and so on. They try to make it like, so the folks will want to come up, even if it's just like a social club. Because when you go, for example, if you were to be blindfolded, and you go into various places, the marketplace, the party hall, the bar, the striptease place, when you go in church, you're supposed to feel a difference, even though you're blindfolded, because God is living there. He dwells there. And so scouting basically, they try the best, but it's not a church. It's not, this person, pledges that he's good and he was a scout and so on. Okay. But then again, if you have a suspicion that this guy likes to molest kids, then you have to avoid him doing it. And I think the scouts were right all along.